Hey, welcome everybody to Knapp Tumbling Central. I've got my executive assistant and producer here with me, grandson Chance. Today we're going to actually go and open up a barrel that has been tumbling for quite some time, and it's on the polished side, and I've already gone and dumped off the used grit from the polish, and we're now have done a rinse. So we'll open this up and you'll get a chance to see what the stones look like on the rinse. Hey, you can see this is just like one drop of dishwashing soap in it that it really does foam it on up. Now we are in a polishing rinse, so as we dump the stones out, we want to make sure that we do it gently, okay, so that we're not trying to, because we don't want to fracture any unnecessarily. And you can see I've got a lot of polishing media. I've got a lot of cushioning media in there to help the stones so that they don't end up banging against one another and fracturing. So this is really an important step in it. We're going to take our spray bottle here and we're going to go around and spray to get all of the bits that are in the lip set. We'll pop that aside, and then real important that we clean this barrel very, very effectively. Now our rinse. Oh my goodness, look what we got in here. We've got some beautiful looking stuff going. Okay. We'll dump the water over it. This is always the funnest part, I tell you. After polishing away and having these stones just grind and grind and grind, now we get a chance to actually see. All right, we'll continue with our rinse. There we go. Okay, now we'll take our tray. Now again, it's real important once we get to this stage, because we're going to try and make an assessment as to whether the stones at this juncture are really completed in their polishing stage, or do we want to run them again in the polish for more days, or do we want to change the grit in our polish, maybe to a finer oxide grit, or do they need to go back and be rerun maybe in a number 3 or a number 2 to go ahead and actually work out any imperfections. So we take and we get our little container here to help keep some water in it, and then we put our stones. Oh, these are looking beautiful. These are looking beautiful. Oh, but boy, I can already see it. Looks like I got a fracture here on this side right here. But man, you can see that hematite that's going right through that. Unfortunately, this red jasper, as cool as the stone is and a great size, has got some pretty good fractures in it. So not quite sure yet what I'll do with that, but we'll put it on down and think about it. Okay, so we'll move off of here and we're going to take it over to our tumbling workstation. All right, hey, welcome back here at Knapp Tumbling Central. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. We're pulling our stones that we've run. These have actually been running since the first part of July, so it's gone for quite some time. And now I want to actually inspect these stones to decide which ones really we want to either work to a polish stage or which need to go back through and be tumbled again. I've got a batch right here that has come from previous stones, and my suggestion for you is to have several different boxes that you can use, or little containers that you can put your stones in. Those that you think need to just go all the way back to run on number 1 grit or number 2 grit, or you want to rerun them on a polished grit itself. So we'll check our stones out right now. These stones are just beautiful. You've seen previously this red jasper, which is just a wonderful stone, but it has some fracture lines in it. And so I'm going to end up going and tossing it back in over here, and that will be retumbled back probably on a number 2 grit. Now I thought this stone was really close to being done, but as it dries out, as it starts to get dry, it has little tiny scratches and bumps in it, and some of that, see if I can get that so you can see it. There is a little bit better, maybe, as you can see, and lines that come up where it's actually just gotten hurt by bumping into other stones. So that would mean I need to actually probably run it in a polish again, but put it in with a softer, smaller media that will help cushion the stones and let them polish without actually bouncing so aggressively against one another. You can really see all the little fracture dry. But that'll cushion it from rather having violent collisions in the polishing stage to just more of a polishing action, and that's what will work. So this one's going to go back in for true polish. The same with some of these. Now I've got this one here that's got pretty good sized fractures on it. I'm going to just run that stone all the way back through again. This is where it gets into selecting stones, what you think are going to be good stones. Things with huge fractures may require a lot more time in their public polishing or tumbling. This one's got a good fracture here. We'll go ahead and toss it in there and just keep that alive. Oh, now that's actually a pretty cool looking stone. I think this one, it's got a pretty good little chip right here, and it might serve it well to go through again, probably like a number 2 grit, or I could even run it just on a number 1 for 6-7 days, and then a little shorter cycle, and then take it to number 2 grit and move it back through the process again. So, hey, Knapp Tumbling Central here. Thanks for being here. Again, we talked about having different little trays that we can work from. On my tumbling table, you can see here, I'm going to turn these off so you have a little bit better chances to hearing what's going on. I keep one that is really new roughs that I can choose to add in, because you want to make sure that the barrel is full, at least 2/3 to 3/4 full. The smaller amount that you have in the barrel, the more aggressive the tumbling is, and the stones can actually crack and chip and fracture one another. So you're either going to fill it with some sort of a media, or you can add stones. So I always have a good little batch here that I can just keep adding, and also smaller stones, because you want smaller little stones. Once you add these type of things in, they will actually help in the tumbling process in terms of grinding all the hard edges down. Sizes of stones, so I want to separate them out, and then you can separate them out according to hardness and or even color types. Look at these. I mean, these are just going to be beautiful stones when they get put on in. We'll get them wet so you can see this. Whew, man, they're going to be pretty great colors as they come on through. All these multiple striations of purple, green, dark green, some light flecks. Look at the layers of striations on this stone. But all of these edges will then all get tumbled off through a stage 1. This is a particular hard variety of stone, so it might take a little bit longer in tumbling. Tumbling times are recommended. Some stones may be able to be tumbled in 2 to 3 days if they're super soft. Others, you might need to tumble them on a heavy grit stone 18 days, 20 days. Video, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, share me out with other folks. Grandson Chance and I are here. We're just tumbling away and having a great time. Thank you.